So it'll be interesting to see how they bounce back in a game that most people would have the Lions going into as favourites as the first bounce comes.
And the Lions' average winning margin this season, 74 points. The Demons with it all ahead of them today at Phillip Oval. The ball's in the middle. It's picked up by Alex Smout, who polled all 10 MVP votes last week, had 40 touches against the Giants. His kick finds Highmore. Highmore's hand pass couldn't find a target, but the Demons get there to apply a bit of pressure near their half-forward line. We will get a ball up between wing and half-forward. Just soccers it inside 50. Running onto it there was Berry, who knocked it forward to Keys. Keys goes with the centering ball, and Robertson takes the mark directly in front here at Phillip. He goes off the right, and he's kicked the goal, so no problems there. The Lions have their first. They're 1-8. The Demons yet to score. Nick Ano making his debut after finger surgery early in the season. He had to come back via the local AFL Canberra competition with the Gungahlin Jets and making his Demons debut today. From the contest, a snap on goal from Matheson. And it's a goal. The Lions have two. They're 2-2-14. The Demons are still yet to score. The
Demons 0-2-2. We're about to see 5 changes made here for Canberra. Oh, they've made a meal out of the restart. It's come back off hands to Joyce. Joyce has the shot. Oh, they don't come much easier.
Inboard. Maguire couldn't take it, ends up with Powell. So getting a bit of the footy in the second quarter is Jack Powell. Now they've got an open forward line. This should be a goal to the Demons. Harry Carr takes the mark. He runs in. He puts it through, and the Demons are on the board.
Well, no problems for traffic for Carr there, because he was out there on the open road and banged it through between the big sticks, and the Canberra fans most appreciative of that first major for the home side, the Savo. But it's Canberra once again who get it. The very dirty jumper of Kel Evans. Ball comes away from Powell to Hardy, back to Powell, and then he goes forward and finds Osborne. Osborne bombs it long into the goal square. That's a mark, and I think it might be Bruce who's taken it.
And the Demons have just got a bit of a buzz about them in this second quarter, looking for 2 goals on the trot.
And they get 2 goals in a row. Aaron Bruce gets into the scorebook, and Canberra move on to 2-3-15. Brisbane 4-5-29.
Was partially smothered, made its way to Cox. His hand pass comes inside 50. Now it's fed back there towards the Lions, who goes inside 50. They'll get another mark and another shot on goal here, Brisbane, and it looks like Ballenden. So Connor Ballenden, he'll kick from just inside 50 off to right half forward. Kick looks pretty good. Kick is a goal. The Lions get one back. Cox waits for it to come out. He gets the hand pass now to Robertson. Robertson will put it over the top to run onto their Lions. Lions has a man on his own at full forward and running in to kick the open goal is Tom Fullerton. A few years ago, this is not necessarily where they thought their careers would be, and Bastonak's decided to go with the pass.
Oh, that's poor defence from Canberra. They didn't man up. Straight in front, top of the square. They'll bang it straight into the safety netting. Here it goes. In fact, he only goes a half-hearted kick. In the end, doesn't need to do much more with it. He goes over to the other side of the ground now, and Martin was the target. He couldn't do much with it. I think that might be Robertson again for the Brisbane Lions. A couple of players calling for leads. Bastonak was one of them, but instead the shot comes. You watch the shot, Eddie. I'll watch the player.
It's a goal.
It's a goal, which is good news for the mystery man on the far side of the ground, and it all comes unstuck again. It might be Bruce able to get there. No, they still can't do anything with it. There's just too much pressure from this Brisbane side. It's been taken by Keys. Could have taken a shot himself. Instead gives it to a teammate who sends it back on the inside where it's into the path of Fullerton. Fullerton spins around, almost ballet in motion there. Turns it around, bang, through for another goal. Plenty of options, and they've got on his own in space. Inside the forward 50 is Archie Smith. Instead it goes to a contest. Tapped away by Spina for the Demons, but it's only gone as far as the Lions as the siren sounds.
Which is unusual. It might have even been Harry Carr. Now a shot on goal from that man again, Nick Robertson. Can he kick his second? He can. Well, he's having a blinder today, Nick Robertson. That's disposal number 8 and goal number 2, and the Lions have 3. And he's got Maguire calling for the ball short. He's got Martin on half forward. He goes inside 50. And they get a mark. Tom Highmore, very versatile player, can play at either end of the ground or in the middle. Put his hand up for the AFL mid-season draft. One of the Demons' co-vice captains. The right foot drop punt is a goal.
Not a bad kick.
So a good start to the second half by the Demons. They get their third. and they trim that margin down to 45 points.
We saw them earlier in this quarter play a high possession game here, not necessarily looking for big territorial advantage. This time they go long. Hand pass goes away from Bruce. He finds it towards Pollock, and Pollock with the roly-poly kick gets it through in Canberra. Well, they did it in the second quarter. They've done it in the third. They've gone back-to-back, and they move on to 4-4-28. The Brisbane Lions 10-7-67.
Knocked down by Archie Smith. Came to Bastanak. Tried to give it to Robertson. Robertson gathers. Feeds it back. The high kick towards full forward. Archie Smith is there. Keys as well. Canberra players have the numbers at the fall of the ball. They should be able to work it out here. Smout again. Oh, under a lot of pressure, Alex Smout. That's holding the ball. Eli Smith looking for goal number 2. Looking for the Lions' 11th. He's out in the pocket. The right foot kick. That's a great kick by Eli Smith. He's got 2. The Lions now extend that lead back beyond 50 points. Baker is first there. His hand pass turned over, though, to Joyce, and the Lions get things working forward. It comes to Wooler. He kicks inside 50. Not a great kick, but it'll end up okay. It'll be dribbled through. It'll be dribbled through for a goal, and Keys has another. Again, it'll open up for the Lions. The high hand pass inside 50 is for Cox to try and run onto. Palmed it off to a teammate. The left foot snap is a goal.
A kick from just outside 50. Plenty of players in at the goal square. Pack forms flies. That's a grab.
Harry Carr.
Harry Carr has just come running in. He's jumped up and the pack has parted beneath him for him to take the good grab.
That was excellent from Harry Carr. He read that perfectly. You could see as soon as it was in the air, he was the player with the intent. And he's kicked the goal.
He has indeed. Harry Carr. He's having an interesting afternoon. He's got 2 goals and a couple of hit-outs this afternoon for his Canberra Demons side.
Knocked it to the defensive side. Keys is trying to run onto it. Keys gets out of traffic. He gives the hand pass off. Oh, Spina with a good tackle. No, it was too high.
Just to the right of Wooler.
So this will be 2 goals that the Demons have coughed up from 50-metre penalties for the Lions. Carr and Skinner went up in ruck. Maguire tried to bring it out from the contest. Still just on ground level. Massive pack around this contest. I think the umpire will pay a free. It's a holding free. Which way will it go? Looks like it's going to go Brisbane's way, and the crowd's not too happy. Shot on goal should be relatively straightforward. 45 out, directly in front. Right foot, drop punt. It's a goal.
And he runs up, doesn't stop because he's got charging up on the outside a couple of players. Smout was one. The other one was Kanash. Kanash gave it on to Baker. Baker to Smout. Oh, that's magic footy. That's just a beautiful little kick off one step and he puts it through for a goal. Nice play. Alex Smout, he gets his first major for the afternoon.
Sitting in a good position is Matheson. It just went through his fingers. Robertson tries to run onto it, paddles it forward. Can he get boot to ball? It stays inside the field of play. It's kicked back to Fullerton. It wasn't 15. Fullerton called to play on. Gets around 1. Gives it back there to Eli Smith, and Eli Smith kicks his 3rd. And as we say, the Demons get 1. The Lions are spurred into action, and they get a very quick reply. In comes Aino. Hand passes forward towards Maguire. Good pick up by Maguire. Gives it to Hardy. Hardy gets around Coleman. Kicks inside 50 towards Fall, and Fall takes the mark. Left foot drop punt from Tom Fall. Puts it through. Perfect kick there from Fall. He gets on the scoreboard. His teammates come to him. It's been a tough day for him, but he's on the board, and the Demons have their 7th, and they have 5 for the quarter, so some promising signs for Canberra.
End of the football park in Phillip. Fullerton into the ruck for the Lions. He gives it over to a cheeky little hand pass from Joyce, and Joyce has then given it to, is it Matheson in there who's taken the shot? You run down the number of disposals recorded by Brisbane. I won't put names against them, but it reads 32, 26, 26, 23, 22, 20, 18, 18, 17 by 3.
This afternoon, he's on a tight angle. He'll kick from just inside the paint of 50. Nick Robertson, it's a pretty good-looking kick. And it's a goal. Nick Robertson, he's on fire today. He's kicked 3.
Gives it back eventually after a bit of pressure there to Taylor. Taylor, he's coughed it up. He's coughed it up. The ball comes to Powell. Powell, he sends it into the forward line for Canberra to Bruce, and Bruce bangs it through for a goal. Well, we've seen a couple of really easy ones off turnovers from the Canberra side today. Oh, they've got men on all over the place here as it goes across to Fullerton now. Brisbane Lions, not quite walking on water, but pretty close to it as Fullerton comes in, sends the ball, sneaks it just inside the left upright, and he gets his 2nd goal for this afternoon. Punched away by House, and now Smout has it for Canberra. So they've got plenty of players on. Calling for it in the middle of the ground on his own was Baker. Probably could have gone to him. Instead, they've gone forward with Bruce. Bruce has given it to Hardy, I reckon, and the shot, is it a shot or is it going to hang into the goal square? It's going to hang into the goal square, and it's a good mark in there from right at the top of the square. Goes with almost the crooked leg kicking style, but he gets it through, swinging it largely from below the knees. He's got one in the second, one in the third, and now one in the fourth quarter. Osborne could go to Powell, instead goes a little bit longer, finds Evans. Evans, short ball onto Pollock, Pollock to Richardson. Richardson goes back on to Pollock and puts the ball into the forward square. We're waiting all on his lonesome is Connor Owen Auburn. He sends it across, gives it to Hardy, and Hardy takes the goal.
Kicks towards half forward and on his own, taking the mark. Oh, and then giving it off quickly to Christensen. Alan Christensen from the 50, flying goal.
Oh, that was unexpected, unanticipated.
Martin's pinged for holding the ball, and Keys is keen to play on and take the advantage. They're often running him. Matheson with the footy. He points to the goal square. He goes long in that direction. It's a one-on-one. It'll bounce, it'll bounce, it'll bounce. It's a goal. They feed it back to Robertson. He snaps towards goal. Keys is in a good position. Martin did well against him. It comes off Brisbane's way, though. Umpire paid a free. He called the advantage. Lewis Taylor kicks the goal. To apply the pressure and make sure that was a rush behind and not a goal.
Indeed, and he cleaned up the man as an added bonus there as well, as Vardaniga has it on the short pass or dangerous play. And now the Lions have it, and it's with Cox, and Cox, well, he's not the kind of player who needs a second invitation. He's picked that up, turned around and sent it through. It goes over just about everybody there. It might wind up falling Brisbane's way. It does. Comes back on the inside. There is Wooler who's got it, has the shot from 50 and, well, makes it look as easy as shelling peas, and that is the 150 for the Brisbane Lions. He takes them on to 155. And so the Lions will take it away as they go around once again the far side of the ground. They've done this with regularity today, but the timekeepers decide that enough is enough, and the suffering can stop for the Canberra Demons fans for this afternoon. But the Brisbane Lions, well, they've picked it up very easily this afternoon. They're hardy fans who have made the trek here to Footy Park in Phillip. Will be very happy with the result. I'd imagine their coach, Mitch Hahn, who had a birthday yesterday, will take that as a pretty decent birthday present as well. The Brisbane Lions have run out victorious here on our NEAFL match of the day, 24-11, 155 to the Canberra Demons, 10-6, 66.